Hello there. So, apparently I had YouTube, or not YouTube, but Twitch running in the background, so it was recording the song I was playing, so there was probably a bit of weird reverberation going on, but whatever. Oh, the one thing nice about playing Rimworld is that, or streaming Rimworld, I should say, is that it seems like even if I don't get many people actually watching the stream, I still get a semi-decent number of views afterwards on YouTube, just because for whatever reason, everyone on YouTube seems to only like watching my Rimworld videos. It's kind of sad, but whatever. Alright, so I guess let's get started. I've got a pretty cool mod that I installed. It's called, Rimsenal, I think? It's a weird name. But out of all the mods that I saw on the forums on Ludian.com or whatever it's called, it was the only mod that I actually saw that seems semi-decent. Because pretty much every mod that I saw on the Rimworld forum either seemed like it would completely unbalance the game, or it just didn't seem very fun in the first place. So I'm gonna be playing a pretty cool mod, and let's see. Yeah, you're gonna have to see my desktop because for some reason I've noticed Rimworld does not like to get recorded at all. Like it doesn't even exist as a window as far as my streaming software is concerned. So I'm gonna have to stream from my desktop view. Let's see here. So you'll see my desktop for a split second, but now it should be on a normal screen. Or it should actually be streaming the game, I should say. Alright, let me just confirm that's actually recording the game, because I don't want to start playing and then realize that it's completely screwed. Alright, it is recording the game. Good, that's wonderful. Now what I'm going to do is create a world, I suppose. One thing I noticed is, yeah, here's all the mods I've installed. These are all part of the same pack, Rimsenal. And then I've also got the EDB colonist bar, just because it gives you like a little bar that shows all your colonists, which makes life a lot easier when you're trying to find colonists. So that's it. Although I don't know why, but the mods seem to cause it actually initialized. Yeah, it caused the little language flag thing to be complete, like it's an X. I don't know why. It's still in English. Now let me just choose English real quick, just to make sure. It's in English, but apparently it's an X, so I don't know why that's there. But whatever, let's just create a world. And I always kind of like choosing random names for seeds, just because it's kind of interesting what comes up for what name. So let's see. I guess I'll just be narcissistic here and do half dude. And of course I have to do the largest world, just because why not? And what I decided I'm going to do is I'm going to go to biome, because in my Let's Plays of Rimworld, they've all been in warm climates. Like, my first one was in the regular desert, my second one was in the jungle, and then I went in the extreme desert. So, I might as well do something actually cold, and I think I'll do the boreal forest. Because tundras are a bit boring, and boreal forests are pretty cool. So I suppose I'll choose somewhere around here. I think large hills would probably work out. Yeah, this actually seems pretty decent. So the growing season is from the 1st of summer to the 11th, which is kind of terrible. Like, that means we only have 10 days of growing, which is, like, I don't even know. Is that, I mean, that's barely enough to grow, like, 1 or 2. Like, that might be enough for, like, 2 harvests, which is barely anything. Yeah, I might try choosing one that's a little bit wider. I'm not going to go too crazy, but I don't want to punish myself too badly, especially with this mod, because this mod has a lot of things that I'm not used to in the game. Like, it adds, what does it add? It adds in like 50 weapons. It adds in, I think, like 13 pieces of armor. It adds in 2 completely different factions. It also adds, I think, it adds in 3 different difficulty modes, and a lot of other things as well. Okay, I think this will work. I don't want to be too crazy with pickiness. So yeah, it adds in 3 whole new storytellers. Yeah, I shouldn't say difficulty modes, but storytellers. So you've got, 3 normal ones, and then there's these 3 new ones. And I think I'm going to choose the third one, because the first one it basically lets you start off with a pretty easy time, and then it gives you really difficult as hell like trials at the like once you've had a bit of time to build yourself up. This one, not I guess, makes you have a lot of small annoying incidents, but less raids in total, which I hate that, because the thing I hate most about Rimworld is when you've got a lot of stupid small things happening over and over that just kind of are annoyances. And then this one reduces the number of like small pointless things, but it increases the number of really large like raids and such. So I think I'm actually going to choose this one, Hildegard Epic. So yeah, let's try Hildegard, because I think it'll let us see all the different new factions and such that are in this mod. So I'll choose Extreme as well. Hope that doesn't come back to bite me, but we'll see. And okay, I generated this one earlier as a test. I just wanted to make sure that the world generation even worked with this mod. So yes, I'll do one. It's a funny looking world. This was like a big mouth or something, and then there's like a snake. Maybe that's just me though. Alrighty then, so, oh wait, I always do that. I always try to find my starting location after I generate the world. And it looks really stupid. Or, not, it doesn't look stupid, but I always do that and act like an idiot then. So let me try to find a similar place. Okay, that works. Limestone, sandstone, yeah, that'll work. Now I have to go through the fun of selecting the correct people. Because, I mean, I sometimes like to just do completely random people, but I don't really want someone like this who's literally almost useless at, like, everything. So let's generate her. That's actually not too bad. Only incapable of firefighting. Yeah, that's not too bad. Use her. That is a her. No, that's a him. I always just, like, assume their gender without even looking, I've noticed. Like, I'll just look at their, like, last name and then assume the gender, which doesn't make any sense, but I always do that. This one's not bad. Trigger happy, which... Actually, it'll be interesting to see how a lot of these traits affect, like, the modded weapons. Because there's, like, 50 or so weapons, and I think a lot of them are completely different than what you'd normally find in the game. So, you know what? I'll choose you. You're an optimist anyways, so that's nice. Yeah, I think I'll just generate this one. Not too bad. Capable of scary and artistic. You know what? None of this is that bad. I think it's all good with me. And I think every one of these is pretty fine. Two of them are good at shooting. Are you any good at... Yeah, you're good at melee. Yeah, they're all pretty well balanced. So I think I'm going to start it up now. Okay, and this, as always, I'm just going to read it because I don't know why not. Three of you awake in your crypto-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown Rimworld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. And actually, I'm just going to make sure my volume levels are good right now, because I've noticed my last couple attempts at streaming, my microphone like took a complete crap and was recording at really weird sound levels. So I'm just going to check really quick before I continue. Okay, yes, I think all is well, so I'm going to go ahead and start. I don't sound like I'm a fuzzy... It doesn't sound like I'm speaking through a tin can, which is what it sounded like my last attempt at a stream. So yeah, let's get started. Wow, there's a lot marsh. There's a lot of marsh. So yeah, I'm going to show you the first, I guess, substantial thing with this mod. If you look, let's see, factions... Yeah. Holy crap. They're all... Oh my god. They're all above 90 hostility. So, as you can see, there are two new factions. And they all have their own special weapons and, I guess, attack methods and all kinds of cool stuff like that. So, we've got a Feral Clan, which... When I read through the description of them, they kind of sounded like ghouls from Fallout. Like feral ghouls, except they're still smart enough to wield weapons. And then this is basically, they kind of sound like, I don't know, they sound like, you know what they sounded like? They sound like the Empire from Star Wars. Because they're kind of like a group of peacekeepers, but it's like, unless you're a part of their or unless you're like a part of their empire, they're hostile towards everyone, more or less. So, that's kind of what those two groups are. So let's see. Where do I want to build my base? That's always the first thing to figure out, is where do I want to start settling down. Yeah, a mountain base isn't really a good idea, especially with the new infestation thing. I absolutely hate infestations. And actually, I think Tynan even like admitted that they're way overpowered, and he's gonna probably nerf them for the next build. So yeah, well, actually, first I'm just gonna unforbid all these things in our landing area. Just before I forget, I guess I could make a little bit of a mountain base in here, but yeah, I kind of am over the mountain base thing with infestations now, so let's see. Yes, I'm sure a bunch of you clicked on this link just for the Steam key giveaway. That will be at the end of the video, or not the video, but the stream, which, I don't know. Not sure when I'm going to end it. It really depends, because I've got like a family reunion thing later on, and I have no idea when I'm supposed to go, to be honest. Sometime around 6, which is about in like 2 hours or so. So, yes, I have no idea when I'm going to do the little giveaway thing, but we'll see. I'm not sure if I'm going to do like a raffle, or if I'm just going to basically post the keys and then just let it be a free-for-all. See? Okay. So yeah, I think I might just make the... Seems like a pretty good place for a base. And actually what I could do is then I could make the entrance to the base like right here, for example, and then I can basically force attackers to go through a huge marshy area. I think that's a pretty good idea. Yeah, I think that is what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, and any of you that are watching me on YouTube, is the like stream buffering at all? Because I've noticed YouTube compared to Twitch seems to be a little bit more of a hassle, because I'm streaming on both right now, and YouTube seems to like to buffer a lot. So those of you on Twitch, can you tell me whether or not it's buffering weirdly or not? I don't know. Let's see. Guess I'll make my initial little area out of steel, because we don't... Yeah, I always like to use a pre-built structure to start out with, like as a little place to put our heads down, but there's not really any that are close, so... I think I'll just... I think I'll just make a stupid little box right away. And I can use this to put beds, so then our people don't complain about sleeping on the ground and whatnot. And then I'll probably deconstruct this really quickly, or very soon after. Okay, so there's that. And I also need to do this stupid stuff right here, all the priority stuff. I'm just going to get it over with now. What I normally tend. Clicking one more than I should. Oh, wow, everyone's a doctor. That's crazy. That's very... I didn't even try to do that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that'll be pretty nice for the beginning of the game, because I won't have to worry about, like, my doctor getting taken out. Okay. Clicking... No, we don't have any warden, apparently. That's unfortunate. Hopefully we can find one at some point in the future, although it's not going to help. I really should have tried to get a warden, but I did not even bother. And we've got a lot of handlers as well. And I'll actually be able to do handling, because every other time I've played this stupid game lately, I say stupid game, it's not a stupid game, but every time I've played this game lately, I keep choosing areas that have, like, no life forms on them, so I can't even use the handling ever. Okay, who is our good shots? Okay, you... Okay, who am I giving the rifle? You're getting the rifle. You get the pistol. And you can have your knife. Yes, yes, yes. Need colonist beds. I know these things. Alright, now that that is taken care. Yeah, I needed to do this. I always tend to get sidetracked whenever I try doing this, because then I always like realize that, oh, I have to give people weapons and whatnot. Yeah, I think what? Bad Luck is our best shot. That's a nice name, Bad Luck. Bad Luck and Stefan are both good hunters. Yeah, I'll both make them 2, I suppose. Oh, and I don't have a cook either. That's unfortunate. I guess I'll just have to settle with someone for the beginning. Yeah, no one's particularly good at things like construction or whatever. I could have paid more attention to that, but I did not. I always like, well, maybe not. I'll just make all those 2. Plant cutting is a 1 just because plant cutting is always something manually designated, so I always tend to do these as 1 because it's like there's never a time that I want a plant to be cut unless it's absolutely necessary, for the most part. No smithing. I guess you're. Oh, we do have 2 craftsmen at least, so that'll be useful, and we even have an artist. Yeah, a lot of times when I start out, I don't have people that are good at crafting or artistry at all. We do have 2 haulers, 3 haulers, I should say. Always nice. Don't have a very good researcher, but you know what? Doc can handle it. And I guess cleaning, that's not really important right now. Okay. I guess I'll actually unpause time now. Okay, so one of the... I'm really annoyed that the little, like, communications array things, I don't remember what they're called, the things that you trade with. It's really annoying that you actually have to research that now. Oh yeah, and also with this mod, there's new research options. Like, let me try to find some of the ones. There's plasma weapons now. There's siege guns. I didn't even know that's a thing. Holy crap, a siege gun. I didn't even read about that when I was reading about it. There's defense tech, and there's like manable, like, machine guns and such that you can use for defense. There's microwave tech. I have no idea what that does. Assuming it's something with microwaves. Molten tech, crucible tech, shard tech. There's a bunch of cool things that are added with this mod that I'm using, so it should be interesting. Alright. Oh yeah, I guess I should take a look at this as well as clothing. I guess while I think of it, I can make a brawling thing. I always like to have a brawling class just so that I don't have to worry about like people equipping shields that aren't supposed to. It's not going to be very hot, so I think I'm going to get rid of dusters. And actually, I'm also going to get rid of cowboy hats. Oh yeah, and now there's these feral things. That's the one thing that's going to be annoying, is having to manage all this extra crap. Like, look at this. Holy crap. I didn't notice this. Look at all these extra armors. That's crazy. Carbon jumpsuits. Oh, man. Okay, I don't like tribal wear, so I can get rid of that. I don't even know what half this junk down here is. Holy crap. A lot of stuff. Actually, I should just call this Brawler. Okay. Oh, and I also need to... Okay, so... These 2 are going to be soldiers. And yeah, he's going to be a Brawler. And I guess while I'm thinking about it, I should also do this thing. Soldiers. I don't want personal shield. Nor do I... Yeah, that's already disabled. Yeah, that seems about good for me. Actually, the one thing I want to just see really quick is I always like to have like a nice big entrance for my base. So I'm just going to look and see where exactly I'm going to do that. So you know what? I'm going to completely change this up. Make it into sort of my main entrance for my base. I always like to make the main entrance like a combination of a dining room and a whatever you'd call it, a dining room and a cooking room. Then it makes a lot of things a lot easier later on. Cancel. I need to really learn these hotkeys. For some reason, I've never bothered to learn half the hotkeys in this game. When I'm streaming or, you know, making a Let's Play, that tends to make things a little bit difficult. Okay. So yes, there's 3 on each side, so I'm going to extend this a little that way. Cancel. At least I'm better than this one guy whose Let's Play I saw. There was this one person I saw a while ago who was literally... He literally, like, didn't know half these, like, buttons existed in the menus. So when he was canceling something, he would click on the piece of building and then go down to cancel. And then he would click on the next piece of building and go down to cancel. And it was just the most... I don't know, it was just the most cringy thing to have to watch. So at least I'm not that bad, but still... Try to learn some of the hotkeys. Okay, I think that works. So, yeah, I can put this here, and that'll go there at some point in time. Well, probably not, actually. And normally, stuff like this is kind of pointless. Yeah, I'm gonna make this, like, 1 longer, I think. I don't know. Kind of just doing this off the cuff. Alright, that works. That's actually pretty huge, but you know what? It'll work. Okay, so yes, I'll just get this done with right away. Steel butcher table there. I'll make a... Actually, you know what I can do, though? I can actually try to use out fueled stoves and the fuel generators, because I've got plenty of wood all across the map. So I actually think I'm going to try out the fueled stove. And while I'm making this, I should probably also chop all the wood in here. Alright, so now I'm going to let them take care of that. I'm a bit worried about this, like, new difficulty that I'm trying out. I have no idea if it's going to go well. Aw, we have a kitty. Isn't that cute? A kitty named Android. Actually, this is kind of a funny story. Last night, I had a really weird dream, and in the dream, I had a huge rabbit, like a rabbit the size of a dog as a pet. And I was like, yeah, like I got it on vacation, and I was about to, you know, board a plane going back home after the vacation. And I remember I got in like a fight with like one of the pilots or something, because they're like, oh, you can't have that rabbit on here. I remember I was like getting pissed and angry at him, and it was such a stupid dream. It was kind of hilarious. It was one of those, what are they called, Flemish giants or something. There's these rabbits out there, for those of you that don't know, that are literally as big as like dogs. Like, just look it up on Google Images, and they are massive. But they look so cool. I totally want one as a pet at some point in my life. But they probably cost a shit ton, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're not legal in most places. Well, I don't know. They're just rabbits, so I'm sure there isn't a specification in most like states or countries that says you can have rabbits as long as they're not Flemish giant rabbits. But I don't know. I'm not really well versed in laws regarding rabbits. And that's kind of a waste of time what I'm doing right here, but it just kind of annoys me that I've got all this junk inside our initial area. But yeah, this is a pretty good area, I think. So to start out with, I'm just gonna place some sleeping spots in here. Oops. Not me. I need to remember that X is deconstruct, because it'll make my life a lot easier. Okay, there's some sleeping spots. Also, is my voice level good? Just out of curiosity, because I know sometimes, I don't know, it's hard to tell my voice at a proper level all the time, especially when I switch between games a lot. I just want to look around the map a little to see if there's anything. There's some steel. That's close enough that I think I'll do that. And I guess I might as well allow these packaged survival meals, because now that the wildlife eats things, chances are pretty high that if I just leave these sitting here, they're going to get eaten right away, so unforbid that. Holy crap, look at that. This massive thing of marsh. Yeah, I never realized how much Boreal Forest had, like, this much marsh. I don't know if this is just, like, random chance or what, but I've never had this much marsh in one area. It is kind of cool because it's kind of swampy. I don't know if this was something that was changed in a recent alpha or if I just don't remember things very well. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Oh yeah, I need to remember something kind of important. Stockpiles. Where would be a good place to put stockpile? Suppose a good place to stockpile would... Where would be a good place for the stockpile? I guess like right here for now. There's so many trees though. It's a good thing I'm going to be using. I think one thing I'll also do, before I forget, start making some generators. I think a field generator would probably work pretty well. I have to say though, the one thing that screwed me up the most with this newest alpha is the addition of components. They're kind of, I didn't expect them at all. They really do change up like everything in terms of construction, because now you like literally everything technological requires components. And it just makes things a bit, I don't know, it definitely makes things a whole different ball game. Okay. And I'll just do this for infinity. What? Oh, do forever, not do until you have. Do until you have one meat. Do forever. Alright, I think we did a pretty good first day. I've noticed I'm being a lot more, like, picky when it comes to how I'm doing things than I normally am. I think it's just because I'm kind of, like, I'm kind of paranoid as to what to expect from this mod, because there's so many weird things that this mod adds that I'm not really sure what to predict. This is actually, like, the first mod that I've really installed into Rimworld. Because I don't know why, even though I've got a PC, like a pretty nice gaming PC, and I know that so many people always say that the best thing about, you know, gaming on a PC is mods. I, like, almost never use mods. I almost always prefer the vanilla version of things. Alright. Everyone's... I mean, I guess one thing I could do before I forget... Add... Where the hell is... A sleeping box for Mr. Cat. Or Mrs. Cat. I don't know what kind of cat it is. I think it's... No. I'll place this somewhere because I always forget. And the one thing I should also do right now before I forget is growing zones, because we're in a boreal forest. Being able to get a large number of... or a large amount of food quickly would be the easiest. Although at least we'll have, like, Muffalo to hunt. But I should really start getting some growing done. I think this soil right here has a pretty, let's see, the lichen, I don't, what is that word even? Lichen covered dirt, I think, has really high growing. Like I think it increases the rate of growing, so I'll add growing zone for it. Here, how long did I make that? I always like to make these symmetrical size, or not symmetrical, but equivalent. Okay, 10 by 6, that works. Then I'll make a 10 by 5, and then hopefully it'll do what I want. There we go. Then I'll make another one here. That down there. Then I'm also going to make like a little, I don't know, a little area, I think. Actually, maybe not a little area. Yeah, oh damn it, I did not mean to do that. Yeah, I always have trouble making zones, I've noticed. Just because they always like to combine when you don't want them to. Oh, there, that worked. There. There. I'll make a huge zone. This will all be for steel root. Make this potatoes, I guess. Corn. I guess rice. I know you don't really have to make this many different types of foods, but I think it helps out with your like, colonist happiness and whatnot. Okay, there. Now they'll get sowing done. It'll probably take them all day, especially with all these trees. Probably take them quite a while to cut down all of them. Oh my god, is that a grizzly bear? That's a grizzly bear. Grizzly bears are scary. Yeah. About, what, a couple days ago, or was it yesterday? I don't even remember. I attempted to do a vanilla Rimworld stream on, it was extreme difficulty, and it was on the ice cap, and I got completely annihilated so quickly. It got to the point that I tried killing a polar bear, and it actually went well. Like, I only had 4 colonists with simple, you know, simple starting weapons. They were actually able to take out the polar bear, and I was not expecting that at all. Yeah, it's gonna take them a while to do that, probably. You know what I'm gonna do? Well, hell no, I'll wait till they're done with it. This is definitely the highest priority. Sorry that I keep, like, making ahem noises. Just that I have spring allergies. Well, so much phlegm, that's all I have to say. Yeah, this is a lot of food, but I think... What? There are 15 days in each season. I'm pretty sure that our season only lasts till the end of summer. I think, like, spring 1st is when the growing season ends. So, I think it'd be a pretty good idea to not have to worry about... Well, it'd be a pretty good idea to have a shit ton of food like I'm making. Because it'll make... Growing will be much more difficult later on. I'll probably do what I always do, and by that... Actually, I should kind of think about this right now. Yeah, I should probably make these one longer, because then what I can do is I can just make a bunch of growing stuff, like, this way. That'll be really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand these growing zones here if it lets me. Damn it. Weird, you never know whether or not it's going to actually place, like, combine the zones, or if it's just going to make a new one. Really unpredictable. Actually, I'll just let time go as well, because got plenty, you know? That's H. Oh no. Not what I wanted. Come on, there we go. Okay, so then once I finally put sun lamps down, once it starts getting really cold, I'll just make them keep going north like this. Pretty nice. And fast forward. They're gonna take quite a while to actually... And they barely got any growing done. And normally I don't make this many growing areas, but at the same time I haven't gone to a colder area in a very long time, so I'm kind of paranoid. How was everyone's mood anyways? I tend to always ignore people's mood, and once they start losing new colony optimism, they're all like half insane. So, okay, everyone's doing pretty fine right now. They're all just mad about sleeping in the cold. Once we start getting our first raiders though, and I kill them, we'll get some nice cloth parkas and whatnot, so honestly, that's a problem that's just gonna get fixed once we get attacked for the first time. I'm surprised we haven't even gotten a single attack yet, because weird difficulty that gets included with this mod is supposed to allow you to have more attacks. And I mean, look at this. We've got 4 hostile groups. So I'm really surprised we haven't gotten more attacks so far. Lovely buffalo. I wonder if I should hunt. It'll give us a pretty decent amount of food right away. Man, I should look at this drop down thing. Let's see. Right now we've got 19 packaged meat. Yeah, I think I will try hunting a couple of them for now. There we go. It always scares me when I've got like one person with a pistol and one person with a survival rifle, because then they keep like almost killing each other. It doesn't help that you're freaking shooting this literally like right over this man's head. Ugh, that always scares me. Shooting at. Accuracy is so terrible. Not even sure what he's even shooting. I know he's shooting at him, but it's like, for a while it looked like he was trying to shoot him. Ugh. Fast forward. Oh my god, why are you doing this? I hate when they do this. I wish there was like some part of their AI that allowed them to realize not to step in front of like live gunfire, but they don't really seem to care too much. Oh god, man animal. Local hare. Despite all odds, it ended up being a damn hare that goes crazy on us. You know, despite the Muffalo population. I think they would be the ones going crazy, but apparently no. Alright, everyone get outside and grab it and... What else? Fences. I guess that would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Actually, let me think. How do I want to expand my base? So right now I've got a decent amount of starting shelter. I think I'll make the houses like over here, or the housing area over here. Then I'll make like a freezer or something here, although honestly we are in a cold biome, so I don't know how good a freezer, or really what the point of a freezer even is, I should say. Actually, you know what I probably could do? I could just take the roof off of a closed room. I think that's what I'll probably do. I think that's a pretty good idea, actually. Okay, I really need to get research started at least. Let me find... I always forget where the research stations are. There's none here. Oh yeah, it's production. I always forget it's in production. I feel like it should be in miscellaneous, because it kind of is... I mean, it's not... You're not really producing any. But whatever. Enough complaint. Actually, wait, what am I doing here? One thing I need to make sure I do is when I'm making stuff like this, I should try to make it wood as much as I can, because we're in a damn forest, so plenty of wood. I should also get started on this. Keep thinking of a million things I want to do, and then I never even do half of them. Where do I want to build the real question? So if I'm going to make the houses here, I'm also going to probably make a prison like somewhere in this general area, as well as a medical area too. Then I might make like a joy area over here. Yeah, I think that sounds good. So I guess make it plenty far away for future expansion. Maybe not. Ugh, I'm so indecisive, aren't I? Okay, I'll place this like that. Should be good to start out with. And make that there. I'll make room for 2 more. Chances are I'll completely like move this together. I think these short out when they're in the rain. I'm not 100%. I've only ever used these once, and I used them for a very limited amount of time. So I really don't remember if they short out or not. I think they do. Jeez, you guys in the Twitch chat are so quiet. You must only be here because you want the giveaway, don't you? Is that the only reason? It'll be in about an hour and a half if you're really only concerned about that, so... I have to wait a while. Wow, there's a Thrumbo. Rare Thrumbos. Aw, it's too bad we don't have the tame. Yeah, we need a... we did a level 9 handle. 7. One thing I should do is I should get... I always forget to do this. I should really get trained. Oh, apparently cats are so stupid they can't learn anything. Oh, that's useful. Let's see. Where are some... I could try training the buffaloes. But I don't know how useful that'll end up. I always don't like training, because training animals just makes them have... It just makes them eat all your food. So, really, training animals is a good idea if you're strapped for food. You know what? Let's just train boars. They like they won't that much. 5% attacking. That's not really it. Train a squirrel. As if that'll do us any good. That's okay. That's fine. Why has no one made this? Weird. I guess they've just been sleeping. Okay. Guess I need to make a name. That's definitely the most unique, like, default colony name I've ever seen. Donkley. You know what? I'd ask if anyone has an opinion on what I should name it, but somehow I feel like the Twitch chat isn't exactly gonna be talkative about that, so I don't know if I should bother. Stonkley. I guess Stonkley works? Sure, Stonkley. The weirdest name I've ever seen by default, so I'll give it the pleasure of becoming the name of a... No, it's a word, so I can't exactly see derives pleasure, but you... Why is no one building anything whatsoever? They just wandering around a lot. Calling Steve. Oh, made construction a... Okay, I should at least make it a 2. Yeah, I just had a shitty priority. Here's Ham. Ooh, Raiders. Yeah, we don't exactly have a warden. Your bad luck is the person in our entire colony. Kinda sad. Let me see. Oh no, that's not them. That's just... There they are. God. You. Talk. Good to meet you. Hell is that? Madness. Mutual Assured Destruction Strategy. A modified portable reactor. I don't feel like I should try to use this. It looks kind of scary. Like, it looks like something that would go very wrong if I tried choosing. I'm just gonna... We already have a... Oh, that's our cat. Okay, I was gonna say, why did they also have a cat named Android? No, that's our cat. And I'm gonna buy every single one. Opponents, my experience, are... They've become the hardest thing to find lately. So I'm just gonna buy every single... Other than that, they really don't have anything. Yeah, they really don't have a single I'd want. That's a good deal. There we go, someone's constructing the bench. Now the real question is, what do I want to make first reason? I think stone cutting. Because we're gonna need a lot of stone if I want to make this the way I want to make this. Kind of one big compound. Yeah, they're finally getting this constructed as well. Yes, I'll make... Start making more doors out of wood. Yeah. A group of ferals. So we're getting... Our first attack is actually from... Literally just a warg? Oh, wow. So they literally just sent a random animal to attack us. Pretty much. Huh, that's interesting. Attacking? That's attacking us. That's kind of funny. Alright. Gather over here. I'm not really too worried because I'm pretty sure these guys are going to help us out. Work seems very confused. Keeps like trying to do something, not. Like some of these guys have some of the unique weaponry. A vibro sword, death dealer. No idea what half of these are. That is the one thing I like about mods like this, though, is that it's cool having a bunch of weapons that you really don't know what they do. Orgs. Okay, yeah, that was entirely pointless. I should have just had them resume normal work duty. Because there was no point in bothering to gather us. So weird how they just that warg no idea what to do. Kinda wandering around like an no one's even. I'm gonna make that a 1 because I really do want stone cutting done. Also, I've noticed I've not been using this like at all. Probably use it. Another mad animal. Jeez. Apparently, all the rabbits in this region are completely crazy. I wonder if these guys will even try helping us. They are. I'm glad that they actually managed to get there. Labrador retriever. What? Really? What the? So we got 2 Labrador retrievers, apparently. That's interesting. Was not expecting Labrador retrievers. I can actually. That'll be cool. Got a haul even. That'll be useful. That'll actually be. No, I think I just muted my mic. Escape pod. That was quick. Normally there are not escape. Well, I guess that's not really true. Oh my god, you are useless. Really, you are literally only artistic. He is social, but I don't know if I want to let him be honest. He's not even capable. Something wrong with my. I just noticed on YouTube my voice is cutting out like every couple seconds. This is also happening on Twitch. The hell? That would explain why everyone on YouTube keeps stopping watching me. Huh. I don't know why. It seems like I wish some of you would actually reply to me. It seems like my Twitch... like my microphone keeps cutting out every couple seconds. I have no idea why. Okay. Anyways, my microphone's now. When I started watching Twitch, it seemed like my voice is no longer cutting out, so it might just be a YouTube problem. Alright, anyways. So, yes, I'm all distracted. I think our field generators... Oh yeah, I built these and I didn't even connect them to... Kind of pathetic, isn't it? Alright, I'll send it through your building. Actually do add things. Actually, I should turn this right away. A actual electric, I think. Actually. Start out with... No, that's a terrible idea. I'm not even gonna do that. Okay, yes. Apparently, I guess on YouTube my microphone is cutting out, but on Twitch it seems fine, so I have no idea. No idea what's wrong with you. Like every time I try to on YouTube Twitch at the same time, YouTube can't handle it. No wonder Twitch is still much... It might just be circumstance. What are those dogs anyway? Got. Oh, the wild boar is our boar. Not know we've got wow, we've got 3 Labrador. Oh, we had 1. I know we had 2, I should say. Let's train them all the way. Rumbo's always scared. They do so much damage. There was one time when I got attacked by one of them, and literally probably, if it wasn't for my like 10 turrets I had at the time, he probably could have taken us out entirely. Actually, place a couple turrets down. That's too. That's so strange. I wonder why the hell there's mic. I'm wondering if it might just... Like, I think my upload speed is pretty good. I think it might just be the thing I'm using called restream.io. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to end the stream and I'm going to come right back and maybe it'll fix the problem. You never really know. So yeah, I'll be right back. So, does my mic work now? I think something was either wrong with my... I don't know. I'm not sure if it's the USB